2, 1.
What's going on, y'all? This is Lance Boothe, CEO of the Legacy Premium Brand. I'm looking for Sin. I don't know where he at. He ran off somewhere talking about he going to the car. Where he at? Where he at? He late to the interview.
My fault, bro. I had to go to the truck right quick. My fault, man. I mean, you know, they so
What you
comfortable.
doing, though?
Not bad, man.
You done stole my underwear, man. Come on, man.
My fault. They just so comfortable, bro. My fault, man. I mean,
You ain't got to steal them, though. You can get them.
Well, I
Just
mean,
be like, bro, let me get the underwear.
Now we rocking. If you're now tuned in, you're now rocking with the best. I'm your host, Sensei the AC, on another dope episode of Sin's Corner. To the left of me right now, I got the one and only CEO of legendary Legacy Premium Brand Underwear and clothing line, period. My main man is sitting up here right beside me. My main man, Lance Boothe, and he has graced the corner of Sin's Corner. What's good, bro?
What's going on, bro?
Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you
man.
having me.
Hey, man, I appreciate you coming up here, man. You know, as you can see, we sitting up here doing what we do. You know, we in a nice venue, a nice forum.
Drinking on Sundays.
Drinking on Sundays, man. We get to that in a second. Shout out to Roe, man, my sponsors. We sitting up here. We gonna get to, you know, what we gonna get to. We gonna talk about all about you. This is my show, and what I do is I get with independent artists, independent singers, rappers, and interesting people. This week is my business-minded week. Stay tuned, because I got other shows coming this week, business-minded like type people. But first, got my main man to the left of Suffolk, Virginia.
What's
and
good?
we gonna get right into it, man. So, bro, Legacy, how did it all start, man?
Legacy is a big deal, but before I want to say congratulations to you, my brother.
Oh, man.
What you're doing is a real big deal, and you know, you inspire other people, you know, to do what they do, and you know, we just feed off each other energy, but congratulations.
Hey, man, I appreciate you, man.
I really
appreciate
mean that.
you. That's brother to brother.
You know
I appreciate you, man.
You
I
already
appreciate
know.
you. Well, back to you, Legacy. Draws comfortable, man. I think everybody that's looking can pretty much tell you that, man. But how did it get started, man? What was the spirit behind it?
The spirit really behind Legacy was more or less like, I always really been looking for something to do, you know what I'm saying, like my whole life, but I never really had like a prominent like passion for something. Like I had friends that was club owners, doing dump trucks, just doing a whole lot of stuff, you know what I'm saying. I was like, yeah, I can do the dump truck thing, but
Right.
dang, I don't really have a passion for that, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I just kind of waited, and one day I was at work. Actually, I ain't even clocked in yet. I was still in the parking lot, and I was just like, man, I can't keep doing this. It was like 3 degrees outside, you know what I'm saying? I gotta walk all the way to the gate. I work at the shipyard, so it was just like, I can't keep doing this. So more or less, like I said, like a little prayer, you know what I'm saying? I was just like, Lord, you know, what can I do? You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I want to do something, but, you know, what can I do? So, more or less, I said the prayer, and when I was saying the prayer, I was like, whatever, Lord, whatever I want to do, I just want to leave a legacy for my daughter.
Right.
So then I started thinking, I was like, Legacy, I like that name, you know what I'm saying? That kind of got a ring to it. So I was like, all right, what can I do with Legacy, you know what I'm saying? Like, I go to the gym a lot. I don't want to be no trainer, and that's not really like a whole lot of money in that. People don't really support trainers like that. So more or less, I was like, I prayed again. So when Drake was like, I prayed, then I prayed again.
Right.
I don't even like Drake like that, but that was like the realest bar he ever really said to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I prayed again. And when I opened my eyes, I more or less seen like Legacy on some underwear in Manhattan, like on a billboard, like in Soho. Then I seen another billboard with Legacy underwear, like on Rodale Drive.
Right.
And I was just like, yo, this is the first time I had like the money and the idea at the same time. Cause normally, when you broke, you got a million ideas. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, all
You
I
know
need
what
is some
I'm
money.
saying?
I just
all
can't
you
wait
need
till I
is
get some money. Yeah.
Then when you getting money, you ain't even really thinking about an idea.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So I was just like, yo, I kind of got everything I want. Like, I got a nice crib, I got a nice car, I got all clothes, I got designer. So it just made no sense to me just to like take money and just keep doing the same thing over and over and over again and not really getting the results.
Right.
So pretty much just like the first time in my life, I had the money and the idea at the same time, and God really put it in my heart, and I act on it. You know what I'm saying? So when I really got to thinking about like my daughter, I was just like, yo, what if I can get everybody to think about their legacy or whatever they doing, and you know what I'm saying? And that's the whole meaning behind legacy. You know what I'm saying? So it's not just about my legacy; it's about your legacy. It's like what you doing now. You inspiring others. You know what I'm saying? You living your legacy. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, pretty much that's where that really came behind. Then not only that, you know, I just got tired of working like helping somebody else build their dreams. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, you know, that whole job thing crazy. Like I've been working all my life with somebody, and more or less, it's just like the games you got to play on jobs just to excel. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know how to tap dance. I don't know how to like be good with the boss to move up. Cause hard work really don't get you nowhere no more. You got to really know the game. You see what I'm saying? I had all different type of experiences with that, so I was just more or less like, yo, I'm gonna just start my own thing. You know what I'm saying? Create opportunities for everybody, and just change the narrative a little bit. Like we got the ball now. You know what I'm saying?
That's what it is, man. That's what it is. If you're now tuning in, you're rocking with the best. I'm your host, Sensei the Ace, and you're on another dope ass episode of Sen's Corner. My main man to my left of me is none other than the one and only Lance Boothe, Legacy CEO. Man, but I'm gonna pay some bills right quick. First of all, this show is sponsored by the one and only Drinking on Sundays. Shout out to Ro, Doc, Dominique. Hey, shout outs to y'all, man, for backing me on this. They always host dope shows, dope events out there at Roger Brown's or wherever the case may be. So deal with Drinking on Sundays. Make sure you show up at those events. Also, if you want to have your event shot, photography wise or whatever, make sure you holler at my homeboy Richard Griffin. That's Richard Griffin on Facebook. Rich G, well, he gonna kill me again for that, but you know what I'm saying? I got, you know, he gonna kill me for that, but anyway, it's Rich G _ Photo Pro at Instagram. Rich G _ Photo Pro at Instagram. Richard Griffin on Facebook. Also holler at my boy Alex Giles for, you know, my clothing line, you know, and we'll make sure that you'll get your shirt right down there in production. Hoodies, shirts, holler at my homeboy Alex Giles for your clothing printing needs. Getting back to my main man on my left, the one and only Lance Boothe. You once made a quote that said, once you take yourself out of a situation, you'll be able to think about someone else. And that's when you know you're gonna win. Can you elaborate on that for me?
Right, so like, pretty much the whole legacy situation, right? So I thought about my daughter, not only my daughter, I thought about, you know, other people's kids and, you know, other people's loved ones, whatever the case may be. So I'm just sitting back thinking, I'm like, yo, like, if I was to, like, hustle for my daughter, right, it'll pretty much be like a win-win situation, right? So let's make an example out of that. So this, say something on a smaller scale. So say, for instance, I want to get my daughter 16. I wanted to get her a car, right?
Right.
So I'm going to work. I'm hustling. I'm getting her a car. You know what I'm saying? Before I realize it, I done bought her that car. But now I have 2 cars. So I'm thinking about her the whole time. I done got her a car, and the whole time now I have 2 cars because really it's my car.
Yeah.
So it's a win-win.
Right.
Another example. So you know, these kids go to school, you know what I'm saying, all these credit card companies come at them and they offering credit, free credit, yo, you 18, you know, the stuff credit card companies do, especially like Capital One. So I'm like, so suppose you wanted to teach your daughter about credit, right, and how to use that credit card, whatever the case may be.
Right.
But at the same time, you really can't teach her about credit if your credit ain't squared away. So when you are getting her credit squared away, yours again squared away too. So it's another win-win.
Right.
So legacy, when you take yourself out of the equation and like think about your loved one or somebody else, you gonna win. You see what I'm saying? No matter what the case may be. You see what I'm saying? I was doing some research a while ago. This was probably like years ago, and the guys who the 2 guys who came up with Google, they took their stuff out of the equation. It was more or less like, how can we assess the people? They never really thought about themselves. They thought about how can they assess the people. and they wanted to help old people with like phone numbers and like encyclopedias and stuff like that. I think
Right.
it was like their grandma or something.
Right.
And look at them now, you know what I'm saying? They won. So we got like an endless track record of people taking themselves out of the equation and doing it for somebody else, and they catapult. You know what I'm saying? So
That's dope, man. That's dope. I feel that, man. It seems like we got a lot of people right now just trying to do their own thing, have their own enterprise, have their own empire, and
Right.
like you said, the ultimate result is to try to leave something back for your loved ones, for your kids. You know,
Right.
quote unquote, as you may call it, a legacy.
it's a legacy.
Tyler Mason, who is he to the legacy brand?
It's crazy, right? So Tyler is like my little cousin by marriage, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like maybe like a 10-year age gap. So when I came up with the idea, the whole idea of legacy, I was like, I'm gonna need a partner. You know what I'm saying? And it took me months. I was going through my head. I was like, I don't really want nobody my age because we gonna have like the same point of views. I want somebody who's like kind of like total opposite from me.
Mhm.
So I ran into like Tyler a while back in the chop shop. Shout out to the chop shop too.
Shout out to the Chop Shop, man.
I ran into him a while ago in the chop shop, and he told me like, yeah, man, he was excited. He had like a catering business or whatever,
Mhm.
and it was like him and his homeboy, and he was telling me about his catering business, this, that, and the third. So I was like, oh, all right, this dope. I think he was like 21 at the time at Hampton University. You know what I'm saying? So the fast forward. So when I was just looking for a partner, I prayed again. So that's why I say I kind of with this whole legacy thing. I've kind of been like walking by faith and not by sight. So when whatever God lead me to, this one I'm going. You know what I'm saying? So I pray. I was like, Lord, I need a partner. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't really know everything. You know what I'm saying? I want somebody young, creative, new energy, new ideas. You know what I'm saying? Especially like social media savvy.
Right,
So I
right.
prayed. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna call Tyler. You know what I'm saying? So when I call him, he immediately like, yo, that's a good idea. I'm with you. I'm rocking with you. He immediately like drove all the way down to my house, and we like really like started from ground zero. Like
Right.
we didn't know what we was doing, like where to start at or nothing, and we figured it out. So pretty much just how Tyler came aboard. You know what I'm saying?
Word. Shout out to Tyler Mason,
Shout out
man.
to Tyler,
That's what it is,
my
man.
young boy.
If you're now rocking with me, if you're now tuned in, you're rocking with the best. I'm your host, Sensei the H, on another dope episode of Sands Corner. This show is sponsored by the one and only Drinking on Sundays, man. Make sure you holler at Roll, man. So again, we're gonna move into another mode. Getting deeper into this interview. Being honest, you know, I do my research as something that I'm known for, and I kind of correlate everything and try to put things together. You recently spoken that as we've been speaking the entire time that you want to leave something behind for your daughters. You're trying to make everybody leave something behind for their children. You know, a legacy. One of your main deals is you don't want your children to go through the working struggles of what you went through,
Right.
going through,
Right.
and what your parents. My condolences on the passing of your mother and your father.
Right, appreciate it.
You don't want them to go through, your daughter to go through what your mother went through. So I put that all into the mind frame that legacy is all about your legacy, your daughter, your mother, and it's all in a like a kind of like
Right.
a triangle. What are your comments on that, man? How you feel about that?
See, more or less, here's the thing, right? So just like everybody kid, you know what I'm saying? They see their child progressing. They know they're gonna be smart. You know your child gonna be smart.
Right.
But being that you are like their parent, you got so many years of life over them. You know what I'm saying? You know the obstacles they're gonna face. You know what I'm saying? Coming into the real world. And you know, my baby mother, you know, she's like a nuclear engineer, so she works in like a male dominant industry. You know what I'm saying? And it was like the stuff they really like put her through being in a male dominant industry, like and especially being black at that in a male dominant like an engineering field.
Right,
You see what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
So pretty much the stuff like they really put her through. You know what I'm saying? And my daughter was like, oh, I want to be an engineer like mommy, you know what I'm saying, the whole time. I know what your mom went through. You don't really know what your mom went through, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it was just more like, I don't think I want her to like, to go through that, you know what I'm saying? Like we all parents, we all have like a shield, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? We want to protect them
Right.
from anything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So kind of one of the ways to change the narrative that was one of my aspirations. I was just like, yo, like I don't want you really going through that. Let me like change the narrative and like give you like an entrepreneur mind state. You know what I'm saying? Like let's try this out. We know you smart. You know what I'm saying? You on your way.
Hmm.
Let me plant this seed in your head. Like let's look at life from this point of view. You see what I'm saying?
So does she seem to be picking up on what
Yeah,
you're putting
she
down?
love it. Like she wear her like legacy briefs to school. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? She tell all her friends about it. She really likes it. She come up with the ideas at night. Like, Daddy, you should like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
that's dope,
you
man.
should come out with this design right here. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So I'm getting her mind to already like transform into an entrepreneur state of mind. Not to say nothing's wrong with being an engineer. It's nothing wrong with
Right.
it. You know what I'm saying? It's good, but we gonna give her both sides. We gonna give you your mama's side. We gonna give you your daddy's side.
That's what's
you know
up,
what I'm saying?
man.
And you choose what you want to do from that. But it's up to me to present another side to you.
That's
You know
what's
what I'm
up, man. If you're not tuning in, you're rocking with the best. I'm your host, Sensei the H. You're on another dope episode of Sen's Corner. This is the business-minded aspect of my show where I interview interested people as well as independent rappers and singers. I got to my main man to the left of me, Lance Boothe, CEO of Legacy Premium Brand.
Legacy.
You probably already done bought a pair of his underwear, know how comfortable they are. If you're just tuning in, you miss me trying to steal them. I ain't gonna lie, I tried to steal about 3 pairs. I ain't gonna lie. You were, if you want them, you knew, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But getting back to my main man right here, you were spoken on that, like we just said, giving children the other potential careers and aspects of trying to make money the legitimate way.
Right.
That's in comparison to my main man, Ro Holland,
Right.
who also pretty much thrives on giving people, especially young men, another way of making money legitimately.
Right.
I think we both know other ways, and that's not what we're about right now.
Right.
What is your thoughts about that, man? The legit book.
The legit book is the best book, to be honest. You ain't gotta, look over your head, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta worry about, somebody come and take it from you or whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying? And not only that, it's just more or less like I kinda wanna like illustrate a picture like more or less like you don't everybody's not talented, you know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
you don't have to be like you don't have to rap to make it out. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't rap. You
True.
know what I'm saying? Everybody can't shoot a basketball, throw a basketball. So like, just change the narrative. Like let's make CEOs being good, being cool. You know what I'm saying? Like let's do that. I done been to a lot of studios around here, you know what I'm saying? I see these kids are actually smart, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm like, yo, if they take the same energy they got behind this music, especially the engineers, you know what I'm saying, these studio engineers, and put like coding.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Coding is like really like the next language. You know what I'm saying? Like the same energy they got behind this music, they can put into building an app. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And really get paid off. But not to say that they not getting paid off music or whatever the case may be. I don't really know the situation.
Mm-hmm.
But just give them another option. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't rap. Everybody can't make beats. You know what I'm saying? So pretty much that's another thing I kind of want to illustrate. You know what I'm saying? We just get these kids another way out. You know what I'm saying? And you're a product of what you see. You know what I'm saying? So if all the kids seeing people rapping or, they on the field, you know what I'm saying? And they might not possess them talent.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So let's show them something else. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's another thing that inspired me. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these kids hit me up like, bro, I love your underwear.
Yeah.
Like what you're doing. I never really thought about, owning my own business or whatever the case may be. So I'm like, yo, it's something to really think about. You know what I'm saying?
You're
and then
inspiring.
yeah, pretty much. And
Yeah.
they are excited. Like, well, I came out with this clothing line. What you think about this? Or what you think about that? You know what I'm saying? I just give them advice, but at least got their mind on something else versus like rapping, making beats, shooting basketball, because everybody not talented. Everybody don't got it. You see what I'm saying? Like, let's be real for a minute. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So, yeah, pretty much that's what it was.
That's what it is, man. That's what it is. I took a notice that you have the Norfolk Admirals wearing your clothing. The Norfolk Admirals hockey team. How did that come about, man?
So pretty much, I got to shout out my co-founder Tyler Mason on that one. And that was another thing too about finding a partner. I wanted a partner that wasn't for the same environment that I wasn't. So, Tyler, Hampton University grad, you know what I'm saying? He just graduated, so congratulations. He up in Maryland right now, holding it down at the Pentagon.
Wow.
So yeah, shout out to him on that.
Wow. Big shout out.
So when you working with somebody, like I feel like I can take this lane and you can take that lane. You know what I'm saying? And another thing too is it's like when you anything you're doing, you don't want to put like all your eggs in one basket. So I forgot who it was, but somebody gave me this example. It's like you got a handful of rocks, right? Little rocks, so you just throw them, right? So wherever they land, they land.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And Tyler, being that his environment where he was from put him in a position to meet one of the representatives from the admirals, and he told him like, hey, I got a business, da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? Why don't you check it out? You know what I'm saying? They fell in love with it.
Word.
They called me. We went and met them. They fell in love with the whole situation. So pretty much the whole admiral situation is like a pretty much like cross promotion. You see what I'm saying? Like we promote them, and they're gonna promote us as well. But the whole experience was good because that put me in a whole nother network, a social network.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So with the whole ordeal, it's just like I'm on their website, like the Legacy Underwear, the owners and the co-founder and the store and stuff like that. And in the meanwhile, I got to get these tickets too. Got tickets to their game, the Skybox tickets.
Going in the Skybox! Skybox!
Yeah, I got the Skybox tickets, and and we just everybody's trying to make it. You know what I'm saying? Even though they are a minor league hockey scene,
right,
they still looking for like a crowd. You see what I'm saying? So I guess they lean upon us for like another audience. You see what I'm saying?
Kind of reminds me if you want to think about it in the sense of Jay-Z partnering up with the NFL in a sense, especially after that whole kneel down thing.
Right.
But they don't have that situation. The hockey league doesn't have that situation going on. But it seems, from what it sounds like, it looks like they're trying to reach out to another type of dollar.
Right.
And they're willing to, being honest, they probably love your product, and instead of they're probably using it every day. But
no, they actually do.
And and at the same token, reaching out to another culture. Let's be honest, a lot of us don't watch hockey. I don't watch it.
That's another thing. I don't watch hockey at all, but it was good on their behalf because now I'm access to the Norfolk Scope. I'm access to all the games. So now it's pretty much like I'm bringing our culture over to their culture, and they're bringing my brand over to their culture. So it's kind of like a cross branding is what they call it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm all for it.
And that's dope, man.
Why not?
That's dope, man. If you're not tuning in, you're rocking with the best. I'm your host, Sensation, on another dope-ass episode of Sin's Corner, man. I got my main man to the left of me, Lance Boothe, CEO of Legacy Premium Brand Underwear. Put them underwears that y'all were wearing to the club, y'all females, y'all wearing his outer garments. Yeah, this man right here, he the one that, you know what I'm saying? So my show is, you know what I'm saying, about music. So growing up, bro, what were some of your musical influences, man?
Growing up, I was like
in the industry.
Growing up, I was I'm still a huge Jay-Z fan. Beanie Siegel. This growing up, you know what I'm saying? Jay-Z, Beanie Siegel, D-Block, Nas. That's pretty much it right there. Like all like in my era, we the same era.
Yeah,
so
we the same era. Yeah.
Mobb Deep.
Yeah.
It was more or less like a lot of New York rappers, you know what I'm saying?
Word.
So, Jay-Z probably be leading the pack on that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he was inspiration, and still is a huge inspiration because the things he's doing, he keep going and going and going and going and going.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he's a huge inspiration.
He is still a business-minded man, even though he comes from I wouldn't say a troubled background, but a background that a lot of people don't really approve of in this industry. But he has shown that he can take those dollars, as I said, right back and turn them into legal bucks. We're gonna shift it to another gear right quick, get into something a little bit deeper. My city right now, we've taken some losses. Our city have suffered.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we've taken some losses, tragic losses. We're not gonna speak into it because if you know, 9 times out of 10. If you ain't living underneath a rock, you already know. We just had a shooting that happened in the neighborhood of Saratoga, whereas 2 women were shot. They were not killed. They both survived their wounds. but this has happened recently, right after the tragic events. I did not attend either funeral, but I'm pretty sure that both of those funerals had something to the effect of we probably doing it to ourselves and we need to stop and think about it and put it down. Probably just something of that effect. I did not attend, but I would like to think. Um, in your opinion, on this violence, this senseless violence that we got going on,
Right.
what are your comments on that, man?
Before I get into that, I really do want to send my condolences out to the family of DJ and definitely the family of Said.
Right, man.
I didn't know him personally, but
neither.
I feel their pain. I know how it is to lose a loved one. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I really, really want to send my condolences out to their families, and I got something. I'm working on something for the family. You know what I'm saying?
That's
so
what's up.
yeah, I really want to send my condolences out. But for the most part, like, man, we got to start thinking. You know what I'm saying? And like one of the things my dad used to always tell me, he used to be like, you know, son, just live to see another day. You know what I'm saying? So whenever the case may be, I don't really know the situation. I don't even really want to talk on something I don't really know about. But this goes for anybody. Like whatever you're doing, just live to see another day. You know what I'm saying? So pretty much that's my comments. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I feel you, man. I'm gonna speak a little bit more on it as he stated earlier. I also don't know the full story behind it. I know the basic facts. Those are what I will speak upon. Suffer, we got to do better. I'm gonna just be honest, man. We got to do better. This senseless acts of violence, shooting, 60 seconds and get you 60 years. Period. I mean, period, man. You young people, man. This is a new channel for y'all. This is a rerun to us. You got to take it in for the fact that, like he said, you got to be out here to see another day.
See another day.
You want to be out here to see that other day instead of being behind some walls or being 6 feet. I think they bury you 4 feet now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think they bury you 4 feet now, and you won't see nothing. Young people, if you tuning in, you watching, think about it, man.
Yeah, just think. That's all you got to do. Just think.
Don't put your mama and your dad and your peoples through no heartache, or don't put nobody else's family through no heartache, man. Moving along, man. I'm sitting down with Lance Boothe, CEO of Legacy Premium Brand.
Legacy.
We're gonna move into another gear. We'll talk about politics for a little bit. 45, as everybody pretty much knows, I am anti-45. I am a Democrat. What are you, Republican, Democrat? I got to ask, man. I got to ask. We need to know.
Man, I'm a Democrat, man.
Democrat. That's what
Democrat
it is.
Party, man.
So we got some things going along, whereas if you don't know, there was a strike that 45 sent to Iran, killed one of their second in command, a general. They retaliated back. They attacked 2 of our bases. Our bases are claiming that they knew about it beforehand and barely escaped it. The uppers like Mike Pompeo and Donald Trump are saying as if we're okay, we're good, this, that, and the third. My opinion is that Trump wanted to push the button anyway. He was so hard pressed about pushing the button. We got this and we got that. I wish somebody would do this, that, and the third. Then you do this, then they retaliate. So, all right, bet. I'm not saying I want war to happen. I'm just calling a bullshitter when I see a bullshitter. And excuse my language, I'm gonna call it how it is.
Right.
What are your opinion? What are your thoughts and opinion on that, man?
First of all, man, you know what I'm saying? Let's pray for them troops going over there. Let's pray for them holding down, man.
Let's definitely pray for those troops.
It's a lot of young boys, you know, that join the military, you know, because they can't go to school or they want to get out of the streets. You know what I'm saying? I see a lot of people joking like you shouldn't be over there fighting a white man war, but yo, let's be real. Like a lot of these kids don't really have options. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather for my child to go to the military to be like, yo, she ain't going. If she don't want to go to college, like, go to the military.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna just be going to Smithfield Pack and just be working. Like you gonna do something. So like, let's be real. So like, let's pray for them, cause that can be like your nephew, your kid, or whatever the case may be. There ain't nothing funny about it. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely not.
But at the same time, I feel like Donald Trump ain't supposed to have been the president anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go ahead and keep it a ban on that one. And secondly, it's just like I don't really situations I can't control. You know what I'm saying? As far as with the war, I don't really give it a lot of energy. You know what I'm saying? Because I know we're being lied to, and you know, once a lie is repeatedly over and over and over, it's perceived as the truth.
The truth, yes, that's right.
So I don't really even let my brain get brainwashed. You see what I'm saying? I don't need to sit there and watch it because I know I'm being lied to. So why even watch it? So all I can do is really like pray for the troops. You know what I'm saying? Like Lord protect them, hold them down. You know what I'm saying? Hope they make it back home because it's real. You know, while we over here drinking, partying, they going through some real shit over there.
Right.
Like, let's be real.
That
you know
is
what I'm saying?
that is a
Like,
fact.
you know, they can get hit by a roadside bomb, boom.
That is
They
a
gone.
fact.
Your body coming all the way from Iran on a plane. You know what I'm saying? Hope they can get all your body parts together and bring it back over here.
Speaking on the matter, our condolences, Sid's Corner sends our condolences out to the young man, the troop that did lose his life to a roadside bomb stationed in Newport News. Our thoughts and prayers are with his family and our condolences. It makes me pretty much mad because this was something that he started, and this was something that did not have to happen. And I would really clearly remember a young man, a sergeant in the Army that lost his life. He was stationed out of he was from Dade County, Florida. He lost his life. His body was left behind a couple of days. They went back to retrieve his body. The comments from 45 were what he knew what he signed up for.
You see what I'm saying?
That
Like,
I did not appreciate that.
Man.
I really didn't appreciate that. So like you said, Lance, our thoughts and our prayers are going out to those troops who basically got caught up in this BS, for real. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna move past that because it's kind of getting me hot. I'm a veteran myself. So we're gonna shift it to another gear. We're gonna shift it to sports, right? I really didn't want to shift into this gear because I just found out. Well, I didn't do my research clearly, but I just found out that the man sitting to my left is he's a Steelers
Man,
fan.
go ahead and say it loud. He's
a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. All right, you know what I'm saying? You know,
still a nation.
No.
Shout out to Goose too, cause Goose hold the Steelers down.
Hey Goose
on Facebook.
Hey Goose.
Shout out to Goose.
Hey Goose, get off my. Hey, you the only one that can't tune in
down.
right now. Can't no Pittsburgh Steelers fans tune in right now. Y'all
Right.
come back in about 3 minutes. We are now down to the AFC and the NFC championship.
Right.
The Titans and the Chiefs versus the Packers and the 49ers. Bro, AFC championship, Titans versus the Chiefs. Who do you got?
I hate to say this because I got a homeboy named Corey. He's like a religious Chiefs fan. He's like a crazy fanatic. But just to be real, I like the Chiefs. You know what I'm saying? They got a high rocket offense. You know what I'm saying? Patrick Mahomes, Tyreek Hill. You know everything that come with that. I really like them. I feel like the Titans they're gonna have to throw the ball a little bit. You know what I'm saying? That run game. It'll give them some points, but to keep up with KC, they gonna really have to throw that ball. You know what I'm saying? I don't got them doing that.
I like the Chiefs. I like the Chiefs and all. I like their high power offense. At the same token though, I gotta go with the other team on you. I gotta go with the Titans on this one.
What you see?
I like their defense, man. I really do like their defense. Their offense with that boy Chris Henry in the back. Man, he's running all over at any time he feels like it, especially if he gets warmed up. The defense will shut somebody down. Didn't nobody believe that the Titans would have made it this far. No, none of y'all. Raise your hand if you thought they would have made it that. Raise your hand.
I didn't see them being Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? I was really pulling for Baltimore, and I'm a Pittsburgh fan. We don't know.
Yeah, I was rooting. I ain't gonna. I was
Lamar
rooting for
Jackson,
Baltimore
what
too.
he's doing is extraordinary. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be real. So I was really, and plus all the doubters he had. Like, he's not a quarterback. He's an athlete. He should play slot. You know what I'm saying? No, the man a quarterback.
Yeah, he is
you
a
know
true
what I'm
quarterback,
saying? So
and
I
he
was
shows it.
definitely pulling for him. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, shout out Lamar Jackson, man.
Yeah.
But so we got the NFC Championship between the Packers and the 49ers. Hey, SK Chill. SK Chill. SK Chill. I got a lot of 49er fans out there, man. So Packers versus 49ers. NFC Championship. Who you running with?
I like the 49ers. I like them because it's new energy. They haven't been, here for a while. You know what I'm saying? They seem like they're clicking on all cylinders. But man, you just can't count Aaron Rodgers out, man. He's been there before, so it's kind of like one of those things like new energy versus experience. But if I had to put my money on it, I'm going with San Fran.
Man, say you going with San Fran. Packers versus 49ers, NFC Championship. Kayshawn, I'm sorry, bro. I got to go with San Fran on this one too, man. I know you're a Packer fan. I got to go with San Fran, man. They are high power offense. The defense is tough. That's tough money. They doing their thing this year. Hey, I see I see the 49ers and I see the Titans in the Super Bowl, man. That's just me. I'm skeptical.
49ers and the Titans.
49ers and the Titans, man. Well, you know, I mean, if you're now tuning in, you're rocking with the best. I'm your host, Sensei the Ace. This show is bought and sponsored by Drinking on Sundays. As you can see, my language is a little bit slurred, so we have been drinking on a Monday. We're a day off, but we still doing our thing. I got the number one CEO, Legacy Premium Brand, Lance Boothe, sitting right beside me.
We in
here. We in here doing our thing, chopping it up. I'm gonna shift it to the fun part. This is the fun part where you too can sit up there and play along on this show. I'm moving into the part.
Don't give me no old rappers, bro. I watch Capri joint. I watch my man DR. Shout out to DR too.
Shout out to DR, man.
I watch his joint, like, bro, like we in the new era. Don't give me no old rappers from the '80s, bro. I'm gonna lose.
This is this part of the show called Who Is It? This is the portion of my show where I give this man the industry name. I'm sorry, the government name of someone that's already in the industry, and I give him 3 chances to figure out who it is. I have 3 names. He has 9 choices. We're gonna get right into it. You two can play along at home. You ready, man?
Yeah, let's get it.
All right, let's get it, man. We're gonna go.
Made to win, Legacy.
All right. The first name on Who Is It? The first name is Gregory E. Jacobs.
Come on, man.
We're gonna say Gregory.
Gregory. Come on, man. That name from the '80s. Gregory.
Gregory E. Jacobs, man. Man, I can't help this man name. They ain't name him Rashad. They ain't name him slip back or nothing. They named the man Gregory. Gregory E. Jacobs. And your choices are Humpty Hump. Your choices are Humpty Hump, Twister, or Common. Hey man, I can't get stumped, man. Like
Humpty Hump. I'm gonna go ahead and just add something out. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna use process elimination. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Humpty Hump. I know you ain't that brave to come up here and ask me a Humpty Hump real name. I was about 2 years old. You know what I'm saying? Common. He don't look like no Gregory. You know what I'm saying? And you say Twister?
Mm-hmm.
Twister don't look like no Gregory either. Let me see. You weak when I say Humpty Hump.
Oh no, that's because my cameraman know. I know he know who this is. He didn't see these answers, these questions, but I know he knows who this is. I know.
Somebody help me out. Somebody.
Don't nobody text his phone.
Somebody.
Don't text. I'm looking at his phone. Don't do it.
Let me see. Gregory.
Gregory?
I'm gonna say Twister.
You gonna say Twister?
Yeah, I'm gonna say Twister.
No. The answer to that is who you thought I wouldn't be brave enough to come at you with. His name is Humpty Hump Shock G of Digital Underground.
Let me ask you a
Gregory
question.
E. Jacobs.
Why would you think I knew that?
That's the point. That's the point.
Humpty Hump.
That's the
he
point.
didn't even have no statement in
do the dance.
One song.
Do the dance.
One hit wonder. One hit the wonder.
Do it, baby.
I feel you. One hit wonder though.
We was around then, Lance.
My mama was jamming to that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know you remember.
Yeah, I don't remember his real name. Don't nobody remember his name. That's a buzz. What Capri say? That's a buzz. That's a buzz.
Hey, yo, by the way, shouts out to the scumbag, Frank the Scumbag, man. Appreciate the shout out on my show, on your show yesterday, man. You did an interview with Capri Lawrence. All I can do is say wow. And that's all I'm gonna say. Hey, look, he's still going off. We got 2 more questions. He's still going off of them. All right, look, right. We can go to get into question number 2 of who is it. Y'all play along at home. This is a hip hop duel. I can give you that hint. Hip hop duel. The names are government names. Andre Weston. That's the first one. The second one is William Hines.
Right.
First name is Andre Weston. The second one, William Hines. And your choices are Kid and Play, Chris Cross, or Daz Effect.
That's crazy. I thought for a fact you was gonna say Outkast.
Oh no! See, you got stuck on the Andre.
Yeah,
I should have made that. I should have made that a choice then.
Say that again.
But his names are the government names of this rap duo are Andre Weston, William Hines.
It's crazy, right? Because like I don't even be knowing the government name of some of these people out here right now that I know. You know what I'm saying? So you asking like somebody that let's see.
Your choices again.
Kid and Play.
Kid and Play, Crisscross, or Daz Effects. Who you rolling with?
I'm gonna say Daz Effects.
You got it. Daz Effects, man. Andre Weston and William Hines.
Made to win, baby.
Crazy Dre and Scoob, aka Books. Daz Effects. Going into question number 3, man. I had, this had to be, a tough one because just in case he got dealt one. I wasn't even shooting on him getting dealt one. I thought I would stump the man. This one right here may determine whether or not Lance, CEO of Legacy Premium Underwear, Premium Brand, stumps me on who is it. Third and final question. Y'all ready? You ready?
Let's get it.
Let's get it. The man's name is...
You weak already, so I know it's about to be crazy.
Kiari Crenshaw Cephas. Kiari Crenshaw Cephas. And your choices are Offset of the Amigos, Lil Fizz of B2K, or Batman of Immature.
Offset. Game time. Game time. Game time. Legacy made the win. It's 2 out of 3.
I won't plan on getting stomped, but it happens. Things happen. Things
Legacy
happen.
made the win.
He stomped me 2 out of 3. I can't. I even probably said the man name wrong. You know what I'm saying? My fault, Offset. But if you're now...
What's my slogan?
Legacy made the win.
Made the win. We will not lose.
If you're now tuning in, you probably just watching me get stumped on who is it. I'm your host, Sincere the Ace, on another dope episode of Sans Corner. This is some bullshit. That's a good question, man. I know that I got stumped by Ro. I know I got stumped by DR. I want to say I got stumped by Bo Black.
Oh, you.
I think I'm about since I started this game, about maybe 3 and 4, 3 and 4, something like that. Yeah, I'm losing right now. This is messed up. Tune in to my next interview. I'm gonna see if I can stump Lisa. Lisa, what's going on, man? What's going on, baby? How you doing? Shout out to Lisa's, man. If you're now tuning in, you're rocking with me the best. You just missed a dope episode of Sans Corner with my main man, Lance Boothe, CEO of Legacy Premium Brand. You know what I'm saying? So my main man, you got a final thought for me, man?
Yeah, pretty much. Final thoughts, man. I really started this brand, you know what I'm saying, to really just, leave a legacy for everybody. I just want everybody to think about, pretty much what they're doing. Support. We on our way, you know what I'm saying? So we need all the supporters we can get. You can visit us at legacyusa.shop, Instagram legacy.usa, Facebook Legacy Premium Brand. Let's keep doing this. Let's create the opportunities. Let's create a future for these kids. You know what I'm saying?
So if one of my people on the block want to try to get a hold of you as far as the underwear that you got going on,
the best underwear.
Give it to them one more time, man. How can they reach out to you and get a pair
Legacy,
tonight?
You get tonight?
Tonight. They want a pair tonight.
Tonight you get this number. No, just visit Facebook page Legacy Premium Brand, or just order online legacyusa.shop and IG legacy.usa. You know what I'm saying, for the most part. And another thing too, I really want to say, we really got to support each other out here. You know what I'm saying? We really all we got. You know what I'm saying? None of the other brands, they not really like coming back, giving it to our community, and they're not paying for no funerals, they're not donating to no football teams, you know what I'm saying? Everybody got the same product, everybody got the same material, you know what I'm saying? We gotta help one another out, you know what I'm saying? With anything, you know what I'm saying? Y'all tip these bartenders out here, you know what I'm saying? People wash our car, y'all tip them, you know what I'm saying? We gotta like circulate the money, you know what I'm saying? We, Suffolk, Virginia period, we don't need like the whole United States. We can get it done right here.
Right, facts.
People, we gotta really start working together, you know what I'm saying? You got a favorite artist, like share his music, you know what I'm saying? Like push it, whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying? This is what we really gotta do. We gotta start sticking together out here, you know what I'm saying? So let's do that. Shout out to Rose, shout out to you. Congratulations once again for doing it. Shout out my man DR. Me and DR, we on the come up together. That's my man. Shout out to him. So
shout out to DR, man.
Yeah, we really gotta stick together out here. That's all we got, you know what I'm saying?
That's what it is, man. This is the episode of this week on Sands Corner, which is sponsored by Drinking on Sundays, man.
Best underwear in the game.
Holler at the man if you need a pair, man. Y'all already wearing them out there in the streets as outer garments. Hey, holler at them, man. They comfortable for real.
Got something special on Valentine's Day. It's coming. Stay tuned.
Holler at them, man. My final thought on this show, if you're tuning in this week, this is the business-minded portion of my show. Of the show of this week. I'm dealing with all business-minded people who bring nothing but positivity back to the community or doing positive things, which inspires me to do this show. My final thought: don't nothing come to a sleeper but a dream.
But a dream.
You got to get up, get out there, and get it, because ain't nothing free in this world but advice. Get up, get off your ass, go out there and do it. Ain't nobody sit up there and get this man none. He went out there and got it. But everybody that I'm sitting up here interviewing, they didn't just sit around in bed. They went out, got it, and is getting it. Dream chasing. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to me.
Shout out to me. Going to chase that bag. Man, I'm sensitive ace, man. As I always say, tell me your story and I'll tell your dream, man. I appreciate my main man sitting up here on my platform. I appreciate you coming through. Appreciate you, man.
Again, man.
Thanks, man. Thanks. I'm just trying to leave my mark, man. If you missed this episode, you can go ahead and do what they all do. Go ahead and put your finger and slide it on back one time and review this. Also, don't forget to check out my YouTube channel. That's Sands Corner on YouTube. Also, to make sure you don't forget to go and check out RichG_Photo Pro. That's my man behind the camera. You can't see him, but he's back there holding it. If you need your event shot up with all types of photographs, not guns, photographs, holler at him, man. The man is dope. The brother is dope, man. Also, holler at Alice Giles when it comes to getting your material printed up. You need it printed up. That's the man to see. And also, keep in mind, this show is sponsored by Drinking on Sundays, man. We're concluding this interview, another dope interview. Stay tuned and check out my interview tomorrow with Lisa of Lisa's, located in Portsmouth. Definitely an interview you do not want to miss. Whew! Sands Corner is out, man. Appreciate you. We gone.